Hey, what's up everybody? It's Matt. I hope everyone's enjoying their summer. I wanted to do an update. A lot of changes since the last update. I actually did my own first fragging, gluing and cutting, and it was pretty exciting. So I wanted to share with you guys the update. Tank looks nice and clean. Did some maintenance this past weekend. Things are nice and cleared up. And I came home from work and I've been really wanting to do a video update, so here it is, guys. As you may notice, the red flame algae is no longer in the tank because my cleanup crew would just destroy it. So that's actually in the in my refugium tank right now that I'm prepping. There's another video on that. I added some live rock to that, and it looks awesome, and I'm going to take a step over there in just a second. Starting at the left, my Kenyan tree, it's almost completed the split. You can see that it's just got a tiny little string hanging between those two front trees there, and that's all that's connecting them. And I've been kind of waiting for like the last week for that to actually split, and I may actually just snip it myself and do it for it. Dino is mostly gone, but I am getting a little bit of diatom outbreak right now. I am seeing some more coralline algae, and if you look at the top of that rock there, you do notice a little bit of purple to it. So I'm getting happier with that. My GSP is filled out pretty nice right now. There was a couple sections that seemed to be rotting off, that seem to have grown completely back, and everything's all the polyps are fully extended right now, and I am noticing that it is starting to spread out a little bit better. As some of you may know, I went away on vacation, and I've kind of been nursing the tank back to health and adding a lot more frag since I got back to vacation. So even though the tank's about close to 5 months old, I've really been kind of limited to what I've been doing with it, only up until about the last 4 weeks. In the front here on the left, you can see my neon green Nypthia. I've also got some yellow polyps there. Behind that, I went and got a really cool piece of live rock with some nice zoas on it. That's got two different kinds of zoas on it, and unfortunately I don't know the particular names offhand, and maybe one of you guys can help me out. This hammer back here, when I first got it, wasn't attached to anything at all, and I kind of just had it sitting in the substrate, and as you can see, I kind of glued that into a piece of rubble that I had. In this Nypthia as well, this was actually on a plug. The shell was attached to the plug. I took the shell, removed the plug, and attached the shell to a piece of rubble rock as well. I added some Tonga rock back there. Just waiting for my camera to finish zooming here. I ordered a couple pounds from BRS, and those were the nicest pieces. A couple of the other pieces are sitting in my other tank, which I'm going to show you in a minute. My mushrooms are doing great, and actually, I don't know if you'll catch it, but underneath in that shadowy spot, there's actually another mushroom. I have no idea how it got there, but it's there, so they're moving around and enjoying where they are. And some other palys right here. I'm not sure what these are either. Unfortunately, there's so many different brand names out there that it's hard to keep track. And my Kenyan tree, which hasn't been doing very well, and I fear that that's the culprit right there. So he's coming out and he's going into my other tank, which I'm going to show you in just a bit. So this is what's going on in the tank. I'm pretty excited. It looks nice and clean. Everything seems to be doing well with the exception of the Kenyan tree, and I'm happy with it. Here's my electric setup. I've got the MP10W ES, a couple timers there, and a nice big Duncan strip managing everything. I hope to get a apex in the very near future. A couple new toys I got over here. I picked up a sea squirt. This will help me feed my anemone. There's a little poker at the end. You can put meaty foods at the end. You can also fill this up with liquid to direct feed your corals. So if you have like a reef chili or something like that, this is going to be a really good tool for feeding reef chili. While I'm in here, I did pick up some garlic I won in a raffle and some Zaptasia. So far I've used the Zaptasia on some Majanos and it seems to be working pretty well, and who doesn't love garlic? Alright, so let's take a trip over to... Oh, hi, Casino! Let's take a trip over to the other tank and we'll see what's going on over here. And turn the lights up a little bit. Alright, so this is the other tank that I was talking about, and actually one of my friends from my local fish store hooked me up with some more macroalgae, so thanks a lot, I appreciate that. Some Chaeto, and I'm not sure what the other macroalgae are, but it looks awesome. So this tank right here I fired up about 2 weeks ago, and I haven't literally done anything as far as maintenance goes. I put a turbo snail, a Nassarius snail, a zebra hermit crab, and a cleaner shrimp in here, and an emerald crab, and just let them have at it. The emerald crab's doing an amazing job cleaning things up, and it's just such a colorful tank with all the purples and oranges and whites and reds and all the different coralline algae. It just looks really amazing, and I know the walls look really dirty. That's because I'm intentionally making this a nitrate phosphate factory to help grow out the macroalgae. And what I'm hoping for is eventually some of this live rock and macroalgae will actually end up in the sump for the 40-gallon breeder, and it's also helping to spread some of the coralline algae to that really white Tonga and BRS base rock that's back there. And even within the last 2 weeks, I've noticed the coralline algae starting to spread, and if you look in the glass, you can actually see, you know, starting to spread on the glass. And I've got a one of the power head magnets on there just to, you know, be in there, maybe start growing some coralline algae on it, you know, get that slime on it. But that way is just kind of my grow out experiment tank right now, and I'm having fun with it. So I hope you guys like the videos. Subscribe, like it, comment on it, give me any suggestions you've got, and I really appreciate you guys coming by and checking them out. So alright, take care.